All right, man. Touch up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's great. So today's episode, we're going to be talking about the fall off of Ice Spice. Yes. If you're an Ice Spice fan, you may not want to watch this video. But we're going to talk about that, man. Yeah, man. Get a little more engagement over here. So, Ice Spice, Bronx rapper. You know her. Nice butt. Always doing the munch. She had the song called Munch. Always wondered what munch meant until I looked it up. But yeah, so let's get to it, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Before I get into that, you know I gotta get to this legendary spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing if you're new here. Let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description. Cash App, no more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. 1,300 subscribers, over 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,000. And yes, I am the King of the North. Let me know what kingdom you are from. Also, too, make sure you go subscribe to Torture Talk After Hours. All that good stuff. King of the North. You know what it is. So let's get it, man. All right, man. So you already know who it is. This Ice Spice. Ah, man. I hate to do it to you, icy spicy, but let's get it, man. Let's get it.
From chart-topping collabs with Taylor Swift to getting booed off stage in just months, Ice Spice's fall might be the fastest we've ever seen in hip-hop. But this isn't just another...
I didn't know she got booed off stage. I mean, you never know with these AI generated videos. They'll embellish something that was really small. Maybe, I don't know, maybe one of her dancers did something and they say she got booed. It's just so much. And I don't know why they have the little baby up here. And this is Roddy Rich. I don't know why. I know that's C69 up there, though. But let's keep it going. No more complaining.
Story about a rapper losing relevance. It's about how the industry's newest princess went from having everything to watching it all slip away. 25 million monthly listeners, gone. A debut album that barely sold 28,000 copies. And now, former friends exposing dark secrets that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about the Bronx breakout star.
Now, I gotta throw Ice Spice some bail here because that chick right there was tripping. She was expecting Ice Spice to do all of these things for her. I seen a whole TikTok thread. She was tripping. I ain't gonna lie. She was expecting Ice Spice. I seen some people in the comments saying, "Yeah, well, if Ice Spice is on top, she's successful. She's supposed to put her friends on." I understand that you do. I ain't gonna lie. You do supposed to help your friends, but at the same time, your friends supposed to help themselves. And that girl was tripping. She was tripping. No lie, she was tripping.
Trustworthy, fake, disloyal, and genuine, manipulative, and calculated.
But before we talk about how it all fell apart, we need to understand how Ice Spice captured the industry in the first place. Because trust me, this story gets wild. The year was 2022, and a girl with orange curls and a distinctive flow was about to change the game. At least, that's what the industry wanted us to believe. Let's be real. Ice Spice's rise wasn't an accident. Every move was calculated, every viral moment orchestrated, from that first Munch video to her carefully curated image.
Munch. Munch. Yo, who thinks of these names for these songs? We gonna call it Munch. Munch. Oh my God, Ice Spice, yo, you fell from the beginning when you named your song Munch. Yo, you named your song Munch. Listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If you name your song Munch, you probably illiterate. You probably illiterate. You probably can't read. If you name your song Munch, I would think you dumb. If somebody say, "Yo, what's the name of your song?" It's called Munch. Yo, if you tell me your name of your song is Munch, I'm gonna say you probably can't read. I'm just gonna say, yeah, they use ChatGPT to read stuff for them. That's what I'm gonna say. Munch.
The machine behind her knew exactly what they were doing. But here's where things get interesting. You see, when Drake slid into her DMs, it seemed like Ice Spice was unstoppable. Cosigns from Nicki Minaj.
Yo, I'm telling you, bro, we are doomed. These these AIs are getting a little more sassy. The sassy AIs slid into the DM. Like, go ahead, bro. Come on, cut it off. Just say went into the DMs or slid into the. These AIs getting sassy, man. Come on.
A Taylor Swift. But here's where things get interesting. You see, when Drake slid into her DMs, it seemed like Ice Spice was unstoppable. Cosigns from Nicki Minaj, a Taylor Swift collab, even a spot on the Barbie soundtrack. She had it all. So, what went wrong? See, there's something nobody's talking about when it comes to Ice Spice's downfall. Something that goes deeper than just lost streams or flopped singles. It's about authenticity, industry games, and what happens when the image you've built starts to crumble. Today, we are breaking down exactly how we got here. Because trust me, this isn't just about music. This is about everything that happens when you rise too fast and forget who you really are. You know that feeling when something feels too perfect?
I don't know about that. I don't think that Ice Spice rose too fast and forgot who she really was. I think that Ice Spice is just not a good star. There's a lot of stars. And on top of that, she changed her look. Like, look at her now. Look at her in this video. Like, she look a little, I don't know, she just looked weird. She don't look like the same person. She was, when she first started, Ice Spice looked a little healthy. She had her face, not to say that because she got skinny that she wasn't healthy, but she just looked like she was sexy. She was attractive. Here, she looked like a monkey with orange hair. That's it. She likes a monkey with orange hair. Like, tell me she don't look like a monkey right here. Like a monkey with orange hair. Like a light-skinned chimpanzee with orange hair. She does. You know what I'm saying? Before she looked like this, she was beautiful. And then she did all that stuff to herself. And it's like, now it's like, man, come on, Ice Spice.
That was Ice Spice's come up. Let me paint the picture. It's August 2022. A video drops on World Star Hip Hop. Within days, everyone's quoting, "You thought I was feeling you?" The timing was perfect, maybe too perfect. See, while everyone was focused on the catchy hook and viral dance moves, something else was happening behind the scenes. The industry machine was moving at full speed. 10K projects and Capitol Records didn't just see a rapper with potential. They saw a product they could sell.
She looks so much better. She looked so much better back then, man. Oh my God.
And sell, they did. But here's what most people don't realize.
Look at her right here. Like, she looked way better. She looked way better. Like, she looked so much better when she had the hairstyle like that. So much better, man. She was so pretty. Beautiful girl, man. And she just, I don't know. She got around them people, man, and he just messed her up.
Ice Spice wasn't just another artist who got lucky with TikTok. She was the perfect storm of marketing, timing, and image. The curly hair, the New York swagger, the carefully crafted persona. It was all by design. And let me tell you, in today's music industry, that's exactly how the game works.
Like, look at her right here. She's very beautiful, man. Beautiful girl, man. Man, I don't know. They messed her up. I'm gonna run that back. Let's keep going. Like, look at that, bro. Beautiful, man. She should have just kept that look. All that other trying to be like Nicki or changing up like Nicki, that just wasn't good. It just wasn't good. Just wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to be like other people. She should have just stuck to what she knew. Like, even if she had generic songs like the song she had, she still would have been what she had. But let's keep going.
Swagger, the carefully crafted persona. It was all by design. And let me tell you, in today's music industry, that's exactly how the game works. See, we're living in an era where going viral isn't just a bonus, it's the whole strategy. The industry has figured out the formula. Take a pretty face, add a catchy hook, sprinkle in some meme-worthy moments, and watch the numbers climb. But
that's not what it really is with just like they've been doing that for years though. This ain't just because Ice Spice or because no, this they figured this out years ago when it comes to sex sells. They've been doing this. It's not just her. Like, you don't get me wrong, like they still using that formula. But I think with social media it is heightened more. But it's nothing, this is nothing new. They've been doing this. They've been doing this. And truth be told, Ice Spice is just a part of the meme culture. She's a meme rapper. That's all she is. She's a TikTok rapper. And when it comes to hip hop, a lot of people don't want people like Ice Spice to come into the game because they feel like she's ruining the game. And I understand that, and I agree to that. I agree that if you coming in for microwave music, it is what it is. But you can't be bigging up people like Lil Yachty, who definitely is a part of that same meme culture. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you said, well, he wrote this and he did that. I don't care. He still is a part of that meme culture. All of these people is a part of that. You can't big them up and then destroy her for it. You know what I'm saying? She definitely didn't contribute to making it better, but she ain't the cause of it either. Like, I can't put that all on her. Like, nah. Like, come on now.
Here's where Ice Spice was different. Because behind every overnight success, there's usually years of grinding. But Ice, she had something else. Connections. Remember Riot, her main producer? Yeah, turns out he's the son of Hot 97's DJ Enough. Now, I'm not saying that's why she blew up, but in this industry...
I mean, I could understand why he's saying that. But I mean, I know some people. Do I have connections because I know some people? No. I mean, yes and no, but at the same time, like, you still got to do the good music. I mean, I get it. It's kind of, I'll be honest with y'all. Sometimes I kind of feel like these videos, and this is just me being honest. Sometimes I feel like they be putting all the ownership on the artist and not or the fans and not the artist. And what I mean by that is, what they do is, this is what they do. I know this is what these videos and people talk about, right? They make it seem like the industry is manipulating people and persuading people to do certain things, right? And they be like, oh, well, the industry pushed her, but people gotta like the music. So you basically saying people were kind of stupid for liking the music. That's basically what y'all saying, to be honest with you. Basically what y'all saying. Let's keep going.
Let's just say it didn't hurt. When Drake co-signed her in late 2022, it felt like a fairy tale moment. But in reality, it was just another perfectly orchestrated move in a game of industry chess. And trust me, the real players were just getting started. By 2023, Ice Spice was everywhere, collaborating with Nicki Minaj, hanging with Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl, even getting her own Dunkin' Donuts drink. But here's what most people missed. Success in the streaming era is different. It's not about sustainability, it's about moments. Now, let's talk numbers for a second.
That's true. That's absolutely a fact. It is about moments. And I think that Ice Spice look is a moment. Every time you see her, she just looked different. Ice Spice to me was prettier than all of these other women. In my opinion, she was, when she first came out. I'm talking about not when she started doing the whole long hair thing. But she looked better than all of these other industry girls. You know what I'm saying? And I think that they took advantage of her looks, but she definitely did. I will give them that. She was a very pretty woman.
At her peak, Ice was pulling in over 40 million monthly Spotify listeners. That's more than some artists who've been in the game for decades. But here's the thing about streaming numbers. They can disappear as fast as they come. And that's exactly what started happening. See, there's this unwritten rule in hip-hop. At some point, you've got to prove you're more than just hype. That's where the album comes in. Y2K was supposed to be Ice Spice's moment to silence the critics, to prove she was here to stay.
Yeah, that album was ass. It was ass. It was ass like her. It was ass like Ice Spice. Like, for real. That album was ass. My thing is, like, when you, the thing is, with certain female artists, they don't have no direction when they come into the game as a meme rapper, or they have like TikTok raps. I think that all her songs on this album, she was trying to make hits like Munch. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it just wasn't what it was. You know what I'm saying? Central C on the album. Like, it just wasn't what it was. And this song right here is what ruined her career. This song right here. Like who thought of that? I don't know who approved that. I don't know who approved that. That was one of the dumbest things they could have ever did. See, when you pretty like this, like Ice Spice, being beautiful, you gotta have much more to you. You can't sound like you're an airhead rapper. Ice Spice sounds like an airhead rapper. She sounds like she's dumb. You know what I'm saying? Get her some writers and do something. Maybe do a cypher or something. But you gotta, even if you get her writers, people have writers. Come on. Get her some writers. Cardi B admits she has writers. Like, she had a writer. Like, come on. You gotta get her a writer. Somebody that make her sound and work on her flow. Get her some bars. If Ice Spice had bars, even if she had writers, if she had bars, she'll still be around. I don't care if she had writers. People will be like, whatever, she still got bars. Because people don't care about that. But when you're doing songs like this, you ain't the shit. You think you're shit, but you just a fart. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. You feeding right into the narrative, and that's why people think you trash.
Instead, it sold 28,000 copies the first week. Now, for some artists, that might be a win.
And see, the thing is, and that's another thing too, right? See, she looks weird right here. But she don't look like herself right here. That's another thing. And you know what's so crazy about this whole thing, right? What really, from me saying, like, all of those people who subscribe to you, they only like you because of your imagery. They don't like you because of your music. And a lot of these rappers are just influence rappers. They just influence who spit. That's it. That's all they are. And the crazy thing is, the people that like you, they don't like your music. And they follow you and don't even buy your music. And they talk about how much they love you. They don't even stream you. Because they just like how you look. That's it. You're just a person who they want to look like. You know what I'm saying? Or they admire. That's it. And this is the reason why, to me, why Ice Spice didn't succeed. Because there's a lot of rappers. I would say there's rappers that's cornier than Ice Spice. And they still succeeded. She didn't succeed because people who were in her corner was more interested in how she looked than actually the music. The music was secondary. The music, if you came into the music game, that should have been first. If Ice Spice came into this as a model, because she could have been a model. She was very beautiful. I don't care what people say. She could have been a model, even though she was short. She could have been a model. She had a very distinct look. If she would have just kept that look, and I don't know if Ice Spice is smart or not. I'm not sure. I don't know. If she is, that would have been a benefit to her. She should have been a little bit more intelligent about how she moved about things. Things should have been calculated a little more. Not this. You know what I'm saying?
But for someone who was just on top of the world, that's when people started
Jesus Christ, man.
Asking questions, real questions like, was Ice Spice ever really that girl? Or was she just a product of perfect marketing? This is where things get messy, because while Ice Spice was living her best life in the spotlight, behind the scenes, a storm was brewing. And it all started with a tour invite that would expose everything. See, when Ice Spice invited fellow rapper Cleo Trappa on tour, it seemed like a classic industry come-up story.
Yo, y'all gotta chill with these names. Cleo Trappa? Alright, bro. I'm done, bro. I'm done, bro. Cleo Trappa, you gotta have several seats. Like, come on, bro. This can't be real. Cleo Trappa. Oh my God, bro.
One artist helping another, right? Wrong. What happened next exposed everything wrong with today's music industry. But here's what makes this situation different from your typical industry beef. There were receipts. And I mean receipts. Imagine being invited on tour with 1 day's notice, promised everything would be covered, then...
Yo, I love it, bro. I gotta defend Ice Spice on this. If you're invited on tour with a 1 day notice, then don't go. You cannot be mad at Ice Spice for inviting somebody on tour, right? Even if it's a 1 day notice. Maybe somebody backed out and they said, look, if you want to go on tour with me, you only got 1 day to prepare. Me personally, I'd have said, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it in 1 day. I need at least a week. You know what I'm saying? But I watched the whole story. I love how these people are putting all this on Ice Spice and not holding the other girl accountable. Cleo Trappa. You know what I'm saying? And this girl, from some of the stuff that was being said, she was really bougie. I'm talking like really bougie. I'm like, bro, like she was saying something, well, I don't eat that and I don't do this. And man, listen, I understand. And I heard Ice Spice's response. I didn't like that either. I don't think Ice Spice did a good job cleaning it up. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna blame Ice Spice for that situation. No, I don't blame her for that. I blame Creo. I was gonna say Cleo Trappa. I blame Cleo Trappa for that. Cleo Trappa. Yo, that is funny as hell.
Getting treated like a second-class citizen, no dressing room, no food budget, having to carry your own bags while security watches. But it gets worse. While Cleo was struggling just to get a chicken salad on tour, someone used her credit card to buy $700 worth of designer clothes. Now, I'm not saying Ice Spice knew about this.
Cut it out. Cut it the fuck. Nobody used. Listen, if you are. This is how I know this is cap, right? This is cap. If somebody used your credit card to buy $700 worth of designer clothes, and you had to add that in there, designer clothes, right? $700. Let's be clear here. You would know, number one, who used your card because you're in the same vicinity with the people. So you're telling me that you were on a tour with somebody and you didn't know that that person used your card when they came with designer clothes? That's number one. Number two, which I know the story is capped like a motherfucker, right? So you would call your credit card company and your credit card would tell you who used it because they can pull up the files and the store, like, it's fraud. You know what I'm saying? They were doing an investigation. I'm not saying they do an investigation right away, but an investigation would happen. So this is just about 2-3 years ago. So if this is years ago, then he would know, this person would know that she was, who did it. Number three, how was you struggling for food if you had a credit card? How was you struggling for food? You were saying that you was on a food budget, but you had a credit card and somebody used your credit card for $700, which means it probably was higher than $700. Come on, man. I'm not rolling with that story. That's why I say I don't believe that. Nah, Cleo Trappa, you lying.
But when you're the headliner, everything that happens on your tour is your responsibility. But the Cleo situation was just the beginning. Remember that whole thing with Central C? The one that had everyone thinking they were dating? Well, it turns out it was all fake. A PR stunt for their collab did it first. Now, PR stunts aren't new in hip hop,
Wait a
but
minute, bro. So what, bro? This is crazy. So what? Who cares? So what that they pretended like they were together? So what? Why does that matter? Is the music good or not? You know what I'm saying? That's all we care about. Oh my God.
using someone's real heartbreak for promotion was diabolical. That's when fans started seeing through the facade. And then came the leaked messages. Now, we need to talk about these because they changed everything. Ice Spice's former friend, Baby Stormy, dropped bombs that shook the industry. Messages showing Ice calling Nicki Minaj ungrateful and delusional. The same Nicki who helped put her on with Princess Diana and Barbie World. Let's put this in perspective. In the streaming era, your public image isn't just part of your success. It is your success. When that
I mean, some people would say Ice Spice ain't lying, though. Some people would say she ain't lying about what she said about Nicki. I mean, listen, bro. I got a video that's coming up about. I ain't want to do no more videos about Nicki, but I got another video that I'm talking about Nicki Minaj, where she was bullying a female rapper, bro. Like she really was. It was very sad to hear. But yeah, man. Let's go back and look at these messages. Let's go back and look at these messages.
Seeing through the facade. And then came the leaked messages. Now,
okay, so let's look at these messages. Let's look at them if they're clear enough. I laugh so hard. Said, but James called me with Nicki old manager 11 years ago and said being unfair, we asked for too much. I'm gonna say this. This is what I'm gonna say. If you leak anybody messages, if you leak a person's messages for clout or anything, you're a sucker. I'm sorry. I would never, ever, ever condone leaking messages. If it's between me and you, that's between me and you. I don't care if me and you have a super falling out. I don't care. The only way I would say, if you said that I was a PDF file or something like that, then I would show that I wasn't or whatever. How I don't know. But if we were talking about it and I said, "Were you crazy?" I would leak it. But that's the only way, and it would be in defense. But if you leaking messages to try to embarrass somebody, just because you ain't getting your way, and this is catty stuff that women do. A lot of y'all do this goofy shit. Niggas do it. When niggas do it, it's worse than women. Because y'all niggas do it too. And y'all worse than the women when y'all do it, man. It's crazy, bro.
we need to talk about these because they changed everything. Ice Spice's former friend, Baby Stormy, dropped bombs that shook the...
You see what I mean? Like, it's always one of your friends, your former friends. Because they ain't getting what they want, and they ain't getting what they want, right? Or you're not doing something they want you to do. So they try to use this as leverage over you. These people are not your friends. They're really not your friends. Ain't no way in the world one of my niggas would do that to me. Ain't no way in the world. And I would never do that to them. Even if I'm not friends with one of my niggas for years, I'm never going to do something like that. Never. I would never do nothing like that. That's crazy.
Industry. Messages showing Ice calling Nicki Minaj ungrateful and delusional.
He said, I cut her off, by the way, not speaking to her until January. She's not. She's kind of like my mom. See, this what I mean. Like, you gotta really pay attention to what is being said. Now, we need to see the message before this because people are painting the narrative. She said she's kind of like my mom, ungrateful and delusional. You know what I'm saying? How we know she talking about Nicki right here? She could be talking about anybody else. She didn't say, we don't see Nicki's name. Maybe y'all seen it. I didn't see it. I don't know. I cut her off, not speaking to her until January. There's, it could be something else here too. Like, we don't know. So, let's keep it going.
The same Nicki who helped put her on with Princess Diana and Barbie World. Let's put this in perspective. In the streaming era, your public image isn't just part of your success, it is your success. When that image starts cracking, everything else follows. Look at these numbers. From 40 million monthly listeners to barely 15 million in less than a year. That's not just a decline, that's a free fall. But here's what's really—
Wait, he said what? Hold on, look at that. He said, oops, all right. Damn. From 40 million to 15 million. See, Spotify's a little bit different. I'm not gonna lie. Spotify a little bit different. How they do things. I guess they go by engagements. So I don't know if people, if you don't have any music, of course your streams are gonna go down. But it really goes off of how much people listen to you. It's not listeners as in like subscribers, in my opinion. It's more like they constantly come back to your music. But if people are not listening to your music, then it's gonna go down. It's not like they unfollowed her. I don't think that that's the case, but that is kind of a crazy jump right there. But 15 million is about where she was supposed to be at anyway. So
look at these numbers. From 40 million monthly listeners to barely 15 million in less than a year. That's not just a decline, that's a free fall. But here's what's really interesting. Even Ice Spice's viral moments weren't hitting the same. Remember when every Ice Spice video would rack up millions of views? Now, the magic was gone. But why? Well, let's talk about the music itself. When your biggest talking point is bars about being poopy like I need a diaper, you might have a problem. Now, when Complex asked her thought—
Yo, Ice Spice, you trash. Get a writer, Icy. You gotta get a writer, Icy Spicy. Come on. You can't be in the industry rapping like that. I'm poopy like a diaper. Come on. Come on, Icy. Icy Spicy. You gotta get a writer. Poopy like a diaper. Oh my God. That's probably the worst bar ever written down in history. That's
on being called an industry plant, she claimed to be a marketing genius. And you know what? Maybe she was right, just not in the way she meant. Because her career has become a masterclass in what happens when marketing outpaces talent. See, here's the thing about viral fame in 2025. It's like building a house of cards in a windstorm. Sure, it might—
I'm telling y'all now, this is the worst thing you can do as an artist. Displaying money is the worst thing you can do as an artist. I'm sorry. Don't ever, if any artist follow me, I'm telling you now, do not show off no money. Work on your craft. Keep your money incognito. Don't let nobody see your money. Because when you do stuff like that, that adds to you're not good. You're just here for the money. That's all people look at. That's it.
Happens when marketing outpaces talent. See, here's the thing about viral fame in 20—
it looks, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this is just my opinion. When you do stuff like this, when you show money, you look shallow. This looks shallow to me. This looks like you're just there just to, and you look like you just woke up. You look like you just woke up. So you woke up, look like you didn't even take a shower. You jumped out of bed, put on a shirt, and threw munch on, and then did this with the money. Like, look at this.
25. It's like building a
Like, she literally looked like she just woke up. She looked like she just woke up. Like, telling me y'all can't tell me she don't look like she just woke up. She looked like she just woke up. If she didn't just wake up, whoever put this makeup on is terrible at putting on makeup. But she looked like she just woke up, and she wanted to do a video real quick. You know what I'm saying?
house of cards in a windstorm. Sure, it might look impressive for a minute, but without a solid foundation, it's all coming down. Let's put this in perspective. Artists like Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion, they survived their viral moments because they had something more to offer. But Ice Spice? The formula never evolved. 10 tracks, 23 minutes. That's all we got from her debut album.
Bruh. Ice Spice, give it up. Don't even make no more music, Ice Spice. Just try to be a model or something. Don't do no more music, Ice Spice. You did your debut album was 23 minutes. No, that's not cool. No,
And half of those tracks we'd heard them before, and the other half sounded pretty much the same.
Jesus.
It's like serving leftovers at a 5-star restaurant and expecting people not to notice.
But you see, and this is, listen, don't get me wrong. Like, Ice Spice, her butt is nice. That thing is crazy. But that's all she has to offer. That's it. That's all she has to offer is a nice ass. And I think that when you do stuff like this, this is the equivalent to the money phone. You know what I'm saying?
And half of those tracks we'd heard them before, and the other half sounded pretty much the same.
Like, when you do stuff like this, like you a stripper, this is strip rap. This is stripper rap. This is equivalent to the money phone to me. Like, don't get me wrong, I like it. I ain't sitting and tell you I don't. Like, yeah, that's man, listen, that's perfect. She has the perfect. But that's all it is.
It's like serving leftovers at
You know
a
what I'm saying?
5-star restaurant and expecting people not to notice. But this isn't just about Ice Spice. This is about an industry that's gotten too good at manufacturing moments and too bad at developing artists. We're living in an era where going viral is the goal, not the beginning. Look at these numbers. Her Instagram engagement is still high, but her music numbers are in free fall. That's not an
That's exactly what I just said. That's what I just said. That's all people care about is what she looked like. But see, this is what happens when you become an internet meme rapper. That's it. She just a person. It's like you see those girls online who's real pretty, who stands in front of the mic and raps a little bit, but they more concerned about their ass and how they look. That's what Ice Spice is. Ice Spice is the ultimate meme rapper. That's it.
artist problem. That's an influencer problem. And in 2025, that's a dangerous place to be. Because here's what nobody wants to talk about. The industry is running out of places to hide. When you can't rely on auto-tune and live performances, when every backstage moment can be exposed, when your own friends are ready to leak your texts, what's left? Let me know in the comments what you think. Can Ice Spice turn this around? Or is this just another case of the industry moving too fast for its own good?
Yeah, man. That's what happens to become a meme rapper. That's it. And I think a lot of us got to understand, man. Like, Ice Spice, to me, is one of those artists who's going to be around, but you need that balance. You need that trash truck juice music to remind you that there are good artists out there. I mean, I know some people saying, well, we don't need artists like that. I understand why you would say that. But you're never going to stop it. The machine is always going to be the machine. Only way we'll stop it is if the machine, if there's only good rappers and the machine has no choice. But you're going to have people out there. Just understand something. I want y'all to understand something. There's always gonna be artists that's not good being promoted because, or there's always gonna be artists that does music that you think is not good, even if they're good to certain people. Ice Spice has a fan base that thinks she's actually good, but we all know Ice Spice is not a good artist. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just be honest with you, Ice Spice. You should just stop doing music. Just don't do no more music. Just chill. You gave us some of the worst songs ever, and I like you, Icy, but you gave us some of the worst songs ever. Like we could have, you literally could have never did none of those songs, and life would have still been the same. You didn't do anything when you made Munch. That song didn't do anything. Some people like it, but it didn't do anything. It's more of the New York style drill type beat that people like. You could put anybody on that beat, and people would like the song. So it was really more of the beat than actually the beat, like do 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 do. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all it really is. But you should just stop doing music. Just stop. I just think that you're just wasting your time. Just go back to doing what you was doing before making music. I honestly think that you probably would be better at a makeup line or a hair care product line. I think you should open a salon and get people to cut their hair curly like yours. You know what I mean? Get the Ice Spice. That's what I would do. I would call it the Ice Spice. And that's what you should be doing. Not no music, because you're trash at music. I ain't gonna lie. You are garbage at music, Ice Spice. For real, so. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace. Bye.